Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
Discovering Our Journey.
I'm your host MC.
And I'm JC. Oh man. And we've gone through the holidays. Well, some of the holidays.
I was gonna say, hold on, this is still too back it up a little bit. The crazy holiday, if you're talking about food, because man, that's the crazy food holiday. Even though there's food at the other ones too, but the foods.
It was bomb this year. It was bomb this year. Okay, so this year, I think I got to give it down to the best one. I mean, which they were all really good. They were all really good.
Wait, all? How many did you do?
A lot. We did 3 houses, but
dude, we did 3 houses too. 3 houses and a cousin's giving the next day.
Right? It was good. It was good. Good eats. Good eats.
Oh
but
my God.
My cousin took the prize on everything. She made a ham. What was it? It was a salsa macha.
What?
Dude, fire. It was fire.
Damn.
It was bomb. It was bomb.
Matcha.
Yeah, se ganó el premio.
Dang. And it was all oily and everything. And it was just the whole thing.
It was beautiful. It had a taste of it was so good.
Now, I was going to say, was it the sweet and savory then at the same time?
Yes, se ganó el premio.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dang, dude, I was going to beat you with some pork chops.
And in our family, we don't eat pork. So this was like, the fact that she came with the ham, I said, you came with the ham? Okay, this is gonna be nice.
Yeah.
And then when she uncovered it, she's like, you gotta taste this, dude. The aromas and everything. I said, dang.
Dang. We had some bomb lamb chops. No, lamb chops. Pork chops.
Pork chops.
We had pork chops. Okay. They were really bomb. But that's a ham. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, no, it was bomb. Dang. It was bomb. It was a must eat. But I mean, other than that, what was your favorite part of this week? Because it's with Thanksgiving, I've had a lot of reunions with people that I usually don't see too much of because of, us seeing again and the holiday.
Yeah, I mean the cool thing is that I'm pretty neutral in my family and my wife's family and stuff. So we can see, we go to, one family member, but the other one doesn't come. Then we go to that one. Mm-hmm. So then that one doesn't go to the other one. So we're able to, have quite a few
oil
encounters.
And water don't mix.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's blood and blood, though. That's the thing. It's not oil and water. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So it's like, one cousin doesn't go to this one. This cousin doesn't go to that one or something or so forth. So, but it works out great. It works out great because we get to see everybody. We had, like I said, 3 Thanksgivings. We had at my in-laws, and then we went to my aunts, with most of my cousins and my brothers and my brothers, and then we went to a friendsgiving at the end.
Nice.
Some compadres. We went to theirs, and then the next day was the cousins giving with my brothers again, some other cousins, not all of them that were there at the first one, and my aunts, and then my mom was there at that one. So it's like,
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. One thing I am thankful for is that I was walked off the ledge this year from not going to a party, which thank you. You out of others as well who have talked to me. Because sometimes we do those things where you're just like, I'm not going to go if they're there, and because it's a little hurtful sometimes and you want the breather. But I was very surprised when you said, but how about everybody else?
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? Took me a minute. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to put my foot down and be like, no.
And
I'm glad I did it.
And you know what? It's important to not only just to voice that, have someone that, I always try to be as positive as possible.
Yeah.
So when you talk to me about stuff like that, I like to give you my take on it. And it's all about not convincing you, but making you feel comfortable. Because sometimes we lose our ways. We let our anger and our frustration overcome us.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes when you speak to someone else that you trust, that, I appreciate you trusting me and my wife and everything to talk to us and stuff. And we're able to talk to you in a way that you can relate and be like, okay, because, there's got to be, I can imagine the emotions.
Yeah.
The emotions are huge. So it's so important, guys, to find that person, find even the help that you need to, because sometimes, we could be stubborn. Even myself.
And it was stubbornness. It was stubbornness because when I was explaining it to you, I know, like, I saw red. because of what they did, where I was just like, how can you think I'm okay with that?
Yeah. How do you think I'm not hurt? Why are my feelings not validated?
I wanted my feelings validated. I
know.
so
I know
did.
that. I mean, that's how it is, though. And it's okay. You know what? And it's okay. It's okay to feel those ways. It's okay. But you gave an opportunity to, have an audience with us and able to talk and everything. And again, it wasn't about convincing you. It's about really talking about what you're feeling.
And that helps.
And you know what?
Yes.
And maybe our validation, understanding that it's good. You made that decision. Yeah. I didn't even know you made that decision until today.
Yeah.
So it's not like I knew, because I'm not like, hey, did you go, did this? Because it's up to you. I don't want to.
I'm not really a prideful person anymore.
And I don't.
I don't have anything to really hold on to anymore.
Well, and that's good. It's good to find out that you did go, and that's awesome, because I mean that's what it's all about. It's all about, and it's easier said than done, guys. That cousin might be there that you don't want to see, or that friend, or that cousin's spouse, or something, or whatever it is that's at this party. But you know what? Sometimes we got to think about it and say, what's worth it here? Why am I going? Is it just, you
that one person, or everybody?
Yeah.
And that's where you got me, where I was just like, you know what? You're right. I haven't seen everybody for a while now, and I miss them.
Of course.
And they don't have to know we've got beef, but it's not even beef.
It's not even
just
beef. That's
it's
the crazy
just things
part.
were said, and I was just like, I don't like you right now.
You're not my friend. But
not see you.
Yeah. So because it hurts.
It does.
And it's one of those emotional hurts where it's more personal. It's not like, how they make you feel at the moment.
And even then, I don't even think that person even knew I was that mad at them anyways.
No, that's what's crazy.
I didn't react. That's why it's good to have, no matter how much you try to seek to improve yourself, you're always going to need others around you. You're always going to fall short. And that's where your friends who, metal sharpen metal, are going to be there to remind you, hey, remember?
And you know what? It's always good. I always like to say, I'm think of me as your sounding board too. I like to be as biased as possible. I don't like to suggest. I like to just hear you out and kind of repeat back what I'm hearing. Because sometimes, it's not about trying to be like, oh yeah, don't do that. Oh yeah, do that. Like, agree with the person. You don't want to agree or disagree with the person. You kind of want to say, well, you're saying this and that, and you're saying you don't want to go because of this, and you're saying because again, if you're just a sounding board for somebody, you're neutral about it, not about trying to. It's like the other person might be like, well, that's not what I'm saying. No, but that's what you said you were going to do. Oh, well, so it's
so true. And I heard a lot of that during our conversations.
Yeah. Oh,
where it gets fun though. It gets fun because you kind of start to, you just help them in that moment too, to just not make a big thing out of it. And they're just like, oh, what happened there?
Yeah. And it sounds different when you say it out loud. And you say it to someone that's going to be able to say it back to you what they hear.
Yeah.
In a neutral way. Right.
And it's what's good too. And this is something you gave me an advice a while back ago too, is just when the person, you can either play the game or you can really want clarity, and sometimes you just want to,
you're saying that this and that is like, oh, dang it. Well, hold on. How'd you go that one out?
Dude, I'm telling you. So sometimes like I knew I started doing things. Well, I started undoing things because I used to use fillers. I used to use filler words a lot and be like, dude, you're trying to hurt me, and identify what they're trying to do. That's when they would actually be like, oh, look at you. You're victimizing yourself. Oh, look at you. And so I learned, you know what? Like you said, like, okay, so what are you truly saying though? Because you just said this. And so when I don't do that, like filler words, it helps really to not create more of the situation.
Yeah.
So hey, helpful hint to those out there.
Definitely guys. Yeah.
Freebie. But so this week though, have you told anyone that you were kind of proud of what they've done?
Okay, let's see here. I mean,
because I noticed that I fall short in acknowledging people.
I mean, my cousin does a lot for to Cooper State. She always does Cousins Giving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's really important, and she goes all out, and I love her for it. And she's got an awesome relationship with my mom, and my mom always wanted a girl. I think that's why
they get along so
well. Yeah. She's always wanted a girl. My mom only had 4 boys, myself and my 3 brothers. So it was, for her, I think, But yeah, so they butt heads, but they get along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a love-hate relationship.
No tienen de otra. They're
Yeah,
two girls, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I know. I love my cousin. She's awesome.
No, that's good though. You always need one of those people in your household.
I'm so grateful. Seriously, I'm so
brings
grateful.
the family
for her.
together.
Oh yeah, she definitely does. And I always tell her, Prima, thank you so much because you don't understand. It's like, you know, like I said, even the relationship that she has with my mother is just, you know, whether they're helping each other out, you know, however it is, it's like they're there for each other and stuff like that. And it's like, it's different than me and my brothers, I think. So.
But I say the acknowledgement because I like to journal. And so during my journaling time, I started to notice, and speaking to friends, it's always helpful to speak to friends too. But I did notice that, like, because of the situation had happened just so recently with the whole, you know, person getting under my skin and stuff, it does cause side effects, especially to my partner. So I did think about little things here and there, and I did call him through this week, and I said, you know what, thank you so much. You know, you've been such a sweetheart. I don't know if I've done anything to you because of situations that have come my way, but I'm thankful for you. And if I've said or done anything that, you know, that hurt us, I'm sorry. You know.
And you know, that's I'll give it to you. It is a tough when you have a partner that is a little bit more on the quiet side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, one of us has to be.
You know, yeah. Well, see, on the other hand, my partner lets me know, you know, it's like, you know, when there's been issues in the past with my family or something, and I get off the phone and I'm feeling a certain way, you know, my partner's like, you know, it's like, did you just finish talking to so-and-so and so-and-so? Why? Because I can see your face. And I'm like, you know, and that's what I mean. It's
you
like,
better check your attitude at the door.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, she's a little tough on me sometimes, you know, because she gets more mad sometimes than I do, because I'm more of upset and she's more like mad. Like, I don't want you talking to this person if you're going to get like this and that. So she's more like, so it doesn't help. So it didn't help that much sometimes the situation, but she came from a place of love.
Yeah.
So we got two different partners. Your partner won't say nothing, so you don't know, but you kind of do know. And then my partner, he
spills over. My partner,
will spill over.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets scary, man. It's like Jenga.
or kerplunk, right? You're pulling those little things.
No, because sometimes, like, I'll do the smallest thing and
dang it. Oh man. But you feeling that cup pretty feel? I mean, that's the thing. How much are you feeling? So
first of all, that cup gets filled pretty fast when we don't like to accept our wrongs. Yeah. So
see, I don't even get a chance to fill my cup, because as soon as it happens, like, what happened? Who'd you talk to? Oh, boy. So in my situation, it's a little different. I'm called out all the time, so I got to really fake it sometimes. But it's good, because then she'll know that, you know, someone made me talk to somebody and they made me mad or upset or especially it was more emotional back then. It wasn't really mad.
Yeah,
it was just a lot of frustration with my family and certain things. So, you know, sentiments, you know, like you were saying earlier, it's like I let those emotions get to me, and you know, from sadness, it's so easy to turn into anger.
It is.
You know,
yes,
and
it is.
And that was my big thing, that, you know, some of those sadnesses would turn into anger, and then after I hung up, now I'm angry, and then it could, you know, like you said, spill over into your partner. So
yeah, especially because they're always in their space, man, and sometimes they're just easy targets. And so it's what it is. Yeah. But that's good. That's good. It's been a good week of release. So I think I'm getting myself ready for the new year. Yeah. You know, are you making any New Year resolution goals, or not yet? You have to first hit Christmas.
No, I mean, I got a resolution I'm working on now. So I'm trying to work myself to a certain healthy weight that I want.
Oh, we're still going on the weight.
Yeah. So I'm.
What do we got?
Well, I went to Texas, and then
Okay, no. But how are we doing on the weight loss? What does the number look like?
No, I went up because I went to Texas and Thanksgiving.
Let's not talk about.
Yeah, let's not talk about that right now.
But you're looking good. You're feeling good. You're looking.
I mean, I've still lost, you know, quite a bit now, so I'm still good, and I'm all right. I still got my goal. Isn't until February, the middle of February. Okay. It's where I was 10 years ago after I started my weight loss journey back in 16.
Yeah.
So, I started in 2015 to 2016, a challenge lost almost 100 pounds. But it was one of those where it was a quick thing, and I just wasn't in the right mental space to hold on to what I lost and really understand eating, everything, emotions. I had so much I had to deal with in the last 10 years.
I bet.
So I'm a whole different person now. So whether I hit it or not, yeah, I mean, I got a goal, but I'm going in the right direction.
That's right.
So I'm not too worried like I was before. So I know I will get there.
Yeah, that's how you do it. So before I forget,
Uh-oh.
there was a certain person who did have a comment to share with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
right.
So I was excited to hear that they watched, our podcast. So I was like, ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So hey, every feedback is good feedback, right?
Every feedback.
So the whole question was, why aren't you more Christian? I think was the question. Why don't you speak more of your faith?
Who? Us?
I guess us. Yeah. And I said, oh, you don't think that it's loving enough? And she's like, no, it's loving enough. I said, okay. Well, do you think like how would we be more faith like for you?
I mean, I feel like, and you guys can let us know, but we talk a lot about our lives and what's going behind it. And we do emphasize on the fact that, we have God that has our backs, that we found closure in certain things. And we
discovered our journey.
Exactly.
We are discovering our journey, right? Exactly. We're not ever going to be there.
Yeah. We're always working towards something. And, we've shared that we found God and we have him in our hearts, and that's who's helping us through this journey. Now, it's not emphasized on just a religion thing. It's not just about throwing verses out there for you. It's
right.
not just about sitting there and telling you if you don't do this or if you do this. We're nobody to say what you should or shouldn't do. We're sharing just our lives. We're sharing what our experiences are and how we've strengthened a lot of what we've done thanks to God.
And I mean, if God is in your heart, right? Because the church starts here, it's really, because a lot of us do this. I did it a lot when I was religious, where I don't look at the real true wrongs that I do. Mm-hmm. When I really truly hurt somebody with my words, when I really truly knew I shouldn't have done something and I still did it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, come on. All we do from there is just ask for forgiveness, right? Yeah. Forgive. But yeah, we will throw verses every now and again. I mean, if it's touching and if it meant, why not, right? And I think we have before.
We have. And the whole point of it, like I've shared with some of you guys in different podcasts, is that, before I even went to God, there's a lot of things that I overcame that I had to learn to love myself. And there's something that I do believe, and it's just my opinion. I mean, everyone has their own, is that you can't love God if you don't love yourself.
Yes.
So for me, I mean, how do you feel about that?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. So
because you are, I mean, you're made of God's image. I mean, he put his breath in us. We don't have a battery, so everything is from him. And so we've got direct access when we're not in sin, right? Because in sin means separating ourselves from him. And so just doing the best we can when we can. And it's like going to your parent and be like, hey, I kind of messed up, and I'm so sorry. It's the same thing. It's that connection, the relationship.
And that's the way that I feel. It's
that's like, how I feel.
Yeah, right? I want you guys to know that, the way I started is just like everybody else. If you do believe in God right now or you don't believe in God, what I want you to do is believe in yourself first.
Absolutely.
And that's what my whole message out there to you is. It's just like when, God came to this earth, he didn't go to the people that were in church. He didn't go to the people that were already, praising, Lord.
Yeah.
He went to the people, the non-believers. He went to the people that were suffering. He went to the people that were in sin. He went to those people that were not, of the church.
Yeah. And I mean, even the people would question him. Why are you doing that? Like,
exactly.
Why are you with them?
Your people's over here.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, I feel like we got to reach each other out, humanitarian. And that's what my goal is, to reach you and understand that I'm a normal person just like you. My beliefs are separate than what, I've gone through. yes, I've shared that they've strengthened with my beliefs, but you got to believe in yourself. Something's got to start somewhere. And that's what I want to reach, is the people to understand that you need to love yourself so others can love you, not just him, but others around us.
And so with you saying you got to do self, for me, and because this is completely opinion, right? So for me, it's, I didn't love myself enough. And so I reached out for God for that relationship, because I was never going to be enough for that. And so he really essentially, I mean, the name of Jesus is just so incredibly, it's got so much authority to it that it really, for me, it destroyed a lot of the things that the world threw at me. And so I don't know if I would say it starts with me. I think it first starts with humbling myself to allow somebody greater to work through me.
I just guess it just depends on your journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like God strengthened me, and maybe God, help you found yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't always have to be the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like I said, that's the way I feel. I feel like God strengthened. Once I found myself and really believed in myself, and I called for Him, He was there to strengthen my beliefs and keep me going. And for you, maybe you were lost and didn't feel like who you were, and He was able to guide you to be able to find yourself. So it's
Absolutely.
like there's so many different ways. But the point is, guys, we're all human. We're all here to be better. We're all here to share with each other these experiences and these things,
and
so
uplift.
we can be better. Exactly. And that's what we try to do here. We try to make sure that you guys can discover your own journey through something that you might relate with us, some comments, some whatever it is, examples and stuff, that you're not alone. We all suffer through stuff, and we all go through things.
And here's another thing too, though, and I even share this with my kids all the time. I'm like, if you're gonna say something negative, always come back with a positive. Like, what would it be better for you? Instead of saying no, what would make it a yes for you? And that's love for me. That would kind of guide me with love, So I don't know. I really feel like if we worked with love, a lot of this stuff would just be dealt better. Because if anyone else, I think, would have been in this conversation, I think it would have been another way. Because I mean, at one point, I think it was getting so aggressive at me that I just felt like going, well, why don't you just make your own show? We all have gifts, so why don't you do what you got to do, But because it gets frustrating when someone's just like, no, it's not good. And it's like, then give construction back, give constructive criticism back by showing me what you would prefer, what would be better, instead of being argumentative.
And just like every other show that's out there, this is for those that that adapt, those that relate. That's what this is for, because there's shows for everybody.
Absolutely.
There's shows for everybody to be able to be like, to be relatable, to be understandable, to connect. So, if we connect with you as an audience and you want to give us something that you feel would then bring out more of what we're doing, we would love to hear from you. We would love to hear your comments, and keep coming. We can only grow from there to try to be better at what we do. Yeah.
And meanwhile, you need to start looking for your New Year's resolution. Because we should always prepare for what's coming up. No?
Yeah.
No? Is he much of a prepper? Mm-mm. No? Oh, well, try something new this year.
Look, you can't fail if you don't prep.
Well, you got to. You sound like my husband now.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this week, I also did help one of my employees, you could say. He was struggling and unfortunately had to move out of his studio for the family had a family emergency and had to bring in a family member to the studio, so they asked him for the place. Yeah. So
right now, the recent?
Yeah.
Oh, so during the holidays?
During the holidays and everything. So it was tough.
Did he have another place lined up?
Yeah, no other place lined up. And literally I was able to, and I was getting frustrated because he knew about a month and something, but that's still not a lot of time.
No.
And then he's got a budget. He's got to work with public transportation, so he's got to figure out and make sure that it's going to work for him. Yeah. So there was a couple close ones, and it's like we kept missing it, and I'm like, man, and I just left it alone, and literally 3 days before he had to go, I made a phone call and found this place, and I told him, I said, we got to go right now. I'm gonna pick you up, and that's it.
Nice.
So
You got it. Oh,
got the place, and he moved in, and was able to. Everything was good, and so it always feels good to help someone out.
heck yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a good feeling. And we should, though. We should leave. And I do. I want to live a little bit more serviceable this next year.
Yeah,
Definitely. I've been doing a lot of things with nonprofits, a lot of things with groups, a lot of church things. So I've been feeling very charitable. And so next year, I want to do a little bit more.
yeah.
And so,
Okay. Well, maybe we can do that as our resolution together.
Yeah.
So we can hold each other accountable.
That's right. Hey, you always need an accountability partner.
Okay.
Always.
Are you gonna be my accountability partner?
I will always say, just like this, like you.
Okay.
I make sure you're accountable here all the time.
All right.
All right. With a little life, okay? A little life. Ah, there you go. All right, what do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
I want for Christmas.
I want a healthier life. That's what I want.
Okay, well, you're doing it. You're making strides for it.
That's what I want. I want to be less. I don't really believe as much in stress, but we do put stress on ourselves, and that's what I want. I want to be less stressful, even though I'm pretty stress free. I don't worry about a lot of stuff, but even less stressful.
Yeah.
More chill.
Yeah.
More relaxed. We're like, whatever.
I am too, dude. I am too. With a lot of stress coming at me, I feel like I have been coming uptight a little bit. Yes, it can happen. It can happen. Like I said, journal. It'll help you to see like your flaws.
Oh man.
I'll be like, dang, I'm such a. That's not good.
So you start getting a little tight there. Huh?
Yeah, I did. So I was like, all right, let me have a little drinky and talk to the hubby. And
hey, well, you know what we always say:
there's no growth
without pain.
until next time.
Until next time.
Boom.